favorite TV, advancing kingdom lifestyle.
Good morning, this is Elevate Television Kenya, and I tell you what, this is Wednesday Morning Digest edition, and we are talking opportunities. But remember, our drill is always the same. The link is already out on YouTube. If you've been on YouTube, it's already out on YouTube, Elevate TV Kenya. The link is already out and the program is already running. We pick it up. Let's pick it up and share it. Remember, we always say, if you don't share it, you deny somebody an opportunity that they are not able to get into the opportunity that you have. So let me give you the first few seconds for you to just share this. Let's share it. My link is already out and there it is. So I want you to know that today, as we begin to deal with this matter, you shall be part of those that are going to enjoy a great opportunity with our guest. And I tell you, we have a great guest in the house. There it is. I've sent it on all platforms. There you go. The link is up and you are on. Remember to like like the Elevate TV page on Facebook, on YouTube, on Twitter, on X and Instagram. You'll be getting links, you'll be getting updates on how things are going, and we hope that you are going to be part of that. But today my guest is in the house. I tell you what, ItsBaNesta is in the house today. This guy has a good story, a beautiful story. Nesta.
Yes, sir.
India inaitwa Elevate.
Asante sana. Thanks for having me.
Umetuma link yako.
Ndio na share link.
Share your link kabla tuongee. You must share it. Share it everywhere on your status, yes, everywhere.
Yeah.
Remember, it takes a small effort to help someone. Just a small effort and somebody will be up and running. Look at the camera, introduce yourself, sema unatoka wapi, tuhepe ama tukae.
You're welcome. Thank you so much for having me, Pastor Moses. My name is ItsBaNesta. That's the name that I use in biking community. But my official name is Elijah.
Elijah.
Yes.
Yeah, when I was wondering if ItsBaNesta inakuja.
Yeah, if you are looking for Elijah, you might take long to find me.
Long,
but if you're looking for ItsBaNesta, you'll get me. I'm a mechanic. Yeah. I'm a teacher professionally. I'm a paralegal, a qualified trainer.
Well.
And currently...
So I should warn all my enemies.
Yes. You're covered. And yeah.
Nesta.
Yes.
Hey, you have so many accolades, man. I should run, eh? I mean, you're a teacher.
Yes.
You're a mechanic. Yeah. You're a paralegal.
Yes.
And you're a
certified trainer.
Certified trainer in
human rights.
Human rights.
Yes.
All right. Yeah. Now, with all those things under your, I want us to get a personal story. Who is Elijah ItsBaNesta?
Yeah, ItsBaNesta is.
Or how did they come to baptize you to ItsBaNesta?
All right. Yeah.
Or Elijah.
Yes. Yeah, growing up as Elijah or ItsBaNesta. How ItsBaNesta came about is. ItsBaNesta is ItsBaNesta. My son is Nesta. ItsBaNesta 33. Usually that's what you find.
Yeah.
I have a story behind my life. During my working time or period where I used to be called Elijah, and as a trainer or a paralegal, as when I was employed. I may also want to mention that I'm a recovering alcoholic.
You're a recovering alcoholic.
On 3rd of March, that is 3-3, that's when my life changed.
That's why 3-3 is
That's
involved.
why 3-3 is there, ItsBaNesta.
Wow.
And that's the transition of ItsBaNesta 3-3.
Wow.
And then I changed and moved to what I love, or what I think God directed me to do.
Okay.
At that point. So after the process in rehabilitation for 5 months, I found purpose in life.
Amen.
yeah, that's the time now.
I
Things
tell you,
changed.
you're a strong man.
Yes.
You're a strong man.
Yeah, I think in like for 11 years in active using, but I realized I was an alcoholic for 5 years.
Okay.
Yeah, when my life changed at that.
All right, that's not our subject today.
Yeah.
We are here for career to passion.
Yes.
You're a guy with a lot of, a lot of papers, and just choose to go into passion.
Yeah.
You just chose to go into passion. How long did you work?
From 2006 to 2019.
Wow, those are several years. Eh?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
And you're just working. What were you? What was your key? What were your key roles?
I worked as a trainer for different organizations in human rights and human rights and youth empowerment.
Okay.
I worked for different organizations in
You don't have
Nairobi.
to mention them.
Yeah, in Nairobi, Dar es Salaam, Denmark, Bangladesh, and several other places in the country and the world. Yeah.
So with such exposure and such a promising career, why the change?
As I said, I think it's later in life that I found purpose for my life. And when it took turn, I realized that the passion for my biking started in 2005.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, in that time.
Wow.
Yeah.
So it's very interesting that people, when you talk about people talking about purpose, talking about your passion, it looks like a dream, a pipe dream. It looks like a pipe dream. But today we are seated here with you, and as you look at your personal story, where did you grow up? What were you aspiring to become? I mean, what were every child has a dream. You should know mine. I should tell you mine, but.
Growing up, actually, I really wanted to become a pilot. Yes,
that's the dream of everybody.
Everybody,
so by 5 years, it is extinct.
Yeah, you realized it's but some realize it. But I wanted to be a pilot.
Yes.
And the exposure I got, my background is from Majengo, Pumwani.
Oh.
Yeah, so there's a lot that comes, and you realize that the community needed some empowerment, and at that time, it's what you can do to change the community, rather the life we were living in.
Okay.
So that's the time I aligned myself, because the community where I was living, we had organizations that were empowering youth. So immediately after high school, I joined into the volunteer work at that organization, at least to better our community.
Okay.
So
that is
dictated my way forward in life.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so just let's take up Pumwani kidogo. So from Pumwani, what were your key achievements in Pumwani as you were doing you are giving up yourself to serve the community?
I think it's still there, what we achieved in changing the community. We worked on empowerment, and at some point I led in youth activities in the community. And I remember during the election period, that's the time we used to do civic education on election and other things. And I served there as a youth leader for a period of time in the organization and youth organizations. Okay. So key role was to see a better Pumwani.
Wow.
Yeah, at that time.
A better Pumwani.
Yeah.
I didn't grow up far from there.
Really?
Yes.
Where was that?
We used to come for fights there.
Starehe. Yes, I knew it. It could only be Starehe.
It could only be Starehe. I'm a Starehe guy. I actually vote in Starehe today.
I used to vote in Pumwani Social Hall.
They used to call it Ngachu.
Ngachu. It's nice to see you. Ideally, you are the rivals from the side.
Yeah, you guys, but you beat us every time.
From football to everything.
Yeah, football. But boxing, we used to beat you guys.
Not really.
Boxing, we used to do. We used to do it.
The Palpal Social Hall still.
Of course, we used to train in Pumwani, but then I tell you, those days are good. I hope they still have a boxing club. I would want to go there. I still want to go there and see the guys. I go there
occasionally.
I would want to go and see there.
Yeah, I was there during Christmas with my friends. Yeah, that's why we.
So the boxing thing is still there.
It's still there.
I love it.
Social Hall.
I love it.
Yeah.
I mean, it was, and I think those activities helped our community to be able to to work together, keep guys out of trouble here and there as much as you wanted. All right, let me look at this. Let's look at your transition now from job. You're working, you're empowering people, you've traveled all over the world. Now you have come back And let's begin from there.
Yeah, I came back in 2018. That's when I left work. I think I was working in Denmark that time. I came back in 2018, sometime August. So when I came back, as I mentioned earlier, the using part had taken.
So it started in Denmark?
Wherever I was working,
Okay.
but it got worse at that time. Yeah, and when I came back, I wanted to change my life now because I didn't have so much to do. So you know, when I was so desperate of work, my using was really bad. So when I got nothing to do, I got into employment. The first employment I got that moment when I came back was employed as a delivery guy, using a bike because I loved bike so much. So when I was employed that time, where I was employed, I had a number of accidents.
Wow.
With that.
Because
So my former employer is the one who took me to rehab. So when I came out, that's when I started doing what I was doing as my own self.
Tell me, let's just begin to look at it this way. Now, you had a career. I think you were even at some point you used to do. You were also you are a paralegal.
Yes.
Now, with all that, you just after the rehab, you come back and you discover, oh, this is the passion I want to undergo. Tell me about that. You know, there's that self-reflection.
Yeah.
You begin to look at, this is Elijah. This is how I live. This is what's going on, and I need to shift this. Because let me tell you something. Everybody's story is somebody's help.
Yes.
Never look down on your story. Never look down on what you've gone through, because sometimes some people just need to hear, I've been there. That's all they need to hear.
Yeah.
There's somebody ametoka hapo. I can make it up. So this is your story, you know, and just the self-reflection.
I think it was about more of what I love. And when I realized that my passion and what I love can pay, like they say,
Passion,
love and skills. When love and skills work together for what you love, and you have the skills on what you do as a passion, and it pays, it gives a masterpiece.
Is it passion for profit or profit for passion?
It's passion comes first.
Yes,
I
passion
think
comes
passion
first,
comes first.
yes.
If anything comes on top of passion, it's a plus to you.
Yes.
So when I realized that, it was, and how I actually got into having my own garage was by friends.
We're going to come there. I'm talking about first self-reflection.
Yeah,
when you began
so,
to see, okay, this is me, I need to shift.
Yes.
What are those moments like that, okay, this is what I like to do. This is what I'm going to do. Yes, I'm employed, but this is what I want to do.
It's freedom.
Can you call it the eureka moment? Or
You see, when you find, you realize there comes a time it's freedom you are going to get.
So you're looking at you're looking inward, you're looking at your strengths, you're looking at your ability.
What is within me?
What is the interest? And you're saying no. This interest should go this side. And
because
and I think that's where when you find rest in what you want to do, then that begins to make a lot of sense. And you move on. Now you go into, were you able, you're a mechanic, you decided you're going to begin to repair bikes, or what did you?
I'll say my friends pushed me to repair bikes. Because I was doing it as a passion, as I told you, as a hobby.
So where did you learn it?
I told you from 205 I was working in a bikes community.
So you literally knew how to fix them?
How to fix. I knew every part of the bike.
Part of a bike.
Yes. When I started riding, I think there was so limited bikes in Kenya.
So you would dismantle hii kitu unaweka mguu pande ile,
Yeah, and then now when I met my friends, when I had my first sport bike, and friends who had the same model of the sport bike, we go for what we call small competitions, and my bike will perform better.
Okay.
And friends could ask, what is this that your bike is an extra on that performs better than mine? And then I'm like, if you want the secret, come to me, I'll do it. So I started fixing my friends' bikes to better them like mine. So little did I know that the like demand is going to grow.
So you just learned by yourself how to fix bikes?
Yes.
Amazing.
Yes.
Hey.
And especially when you have like your bike, where I was working, we used to have those mechanics who fix things.
Yes.
You'll see what they do and then you get the interest. I decided with my own bike I started with my own bike.
Allah.
And it worked. Of course, there are setbacks. And then you learn a lot of things. So, yeah. It's a good thing that, yeah, you realize.
So I should be safe with my bike, eh?
Yeah. Yeah, but now it's so many years. Yeah.
It's many years.
Yeah.
Eh? So you've been practicing for many years.
Yeah.
So your friends pushed now, they told you, boss, you better fix bikes.
You see, that moment a friend comes like, I want it done now. You're like, I have other engagements that I need to run. But people will be, I'll pay.
Oh.
Yeah, because I used to do it for free.
Allah.
You see? And somebody's like, I'll pay if you want. Like, if you want me on Monday, if I had an engagement on that Monday, somebody will say, I'll pay so that you come fix my bike.
Okay.
And then I'm like, okay. If I throw a price, somebody affords it and like, oh.
Okay.
So this thing can pay. And because I was fixing it from my place, it was a small place, a space I had, very small space. So it wasn't a good space for me to fix the bikes. You see the rental houses, policies and rules. So I asked a friend who had a space if I can be fixing bikes. So if a friend wants his bike to be fixed, I go to his place. He works at a garage. So a small space, just fix one bike and go. Yeah.
Wow. So literally, that's how it all began.
Yeah.
That's how it all began.
I'll say it began with friends pushing me.
I tell you.
Yeah.
You know, that's very interesting that you can find your passion among your friends.
Yeah.
You know, people can. You know, one time I was reading a book, and you want to find out how to find passion, how to find your gift, and then one day said in one of the points somebody had written, among your associations, where people can tell you, by the way, unatuchekeshanga.
Yeah. And that person ends up becoming a good comedian.
The next thing, you're a comedian.
Yeah.
And it's out because of just being able to have friends. Because I'm going to come there at some point and talk to you about your associations, because they matter.
Yeah.
Look at that. Associations brought you to what you do day to day.
Imagine.
Can you imagine? It's just your friends. That means you need to have good ones.
Yeah, and I think also it depends on how you express yourself when you are with friends and what people learn from you. You know, the moment you start sharing with your friends, it's easier for them to start seeing. And good friends will tell you from the beginning. And say, you know, Pastor, you have this skill. I think you can do it. So
from what I'm learning, it means that if from your interest in just looking at how bikes are being repaired, if somebody would explore their interest, they can come to their passion.
Yeah.
Somehow they can arrive at something.
Yes.
You know, there's a skill I learned like that.
Which one is that?
Okay, I don't need to say it on TV, but I learned a skill by looking at what I liked.
Yes.
I went to somebody's place and I needed some job done for me.
Yeah.
He was using Photoshop then.
Yeah.
Photoshop, a graphic software. So I sat, I looked at what he did. I could not sleep that night. I went back tomorrow.
Yeah.
Then I befriended the guy. I would sit down, I see the way the guy is moving with his fingers. I tell you, I got a laptop and I told him, load for me this thing. Within a short time, I was working the whole night.
But you know, part of the ways of learning skills is observation.
Yes, I just observed. Within a short while, I was able to work with it and get another one. So I learned from that, just observing a guy do it. Yeah. So I can attest with you.
Yes.
I attest with ItsBaNesta.
I remember riding. I never went to class to learn how to ride a bike. I observed the days I was being pillioned.
You must have. You have a bionic mind.
Thank God for that.
You must have a bionic mind. You see a guy driving.
And then you try it, and then it works out. You're like, tomorrow I'm going to try better. But of course, you must fall down before you get it right.
I tell you, you have a good mind. So just exploring interests.
Yeah.
You know, what are you interested in? I want you to look at that camera. Tell somebody, what are you interested in? You know, sometimes people are waiting for something to fall from heaven.
Exactly.
And then you say, Nesta.
I want to be like so and so, but you have not moved. No. What I know is there is a saying in Swahili, heri mtembea bure kuliko mkaa bure. You know, if you walk around, you'll find something to do. Yeah. But if you sit down waiting for manna from above, it will be so difficult for you to get it.
You know, somebody once told me that, not that statement specifically, he told me, don't stay at home. Especially when you finish school, he told me, don't stay at home. And you know what he told me? Yeah. Moses, go out there, see what people are doing. You know, he told me, walk. Can you get to town? Yes. Walk the entire town the whole day, come back home tired.
Trust you me, you not be the same person.
I tell you what happened. Within a few weeks,
Yeah.
about a week or so, I began to walk around. I know this town like the back of my hand.
Yes.
And I began to discover where some things are bought. I just began to discover some things are bought down here, and when I come up here, I had the price.
Yeah.
They are bought down here, I had the price. Amazingly, I began to trade.
You know, there's a time you just reminded me, get out of the house,
Yeah.
walk. I came into a cyber here in town sometimes, and I could see one guy who was attending the cyber. He was busy, but he was lacking the mouse. So there were many computers than the mouses that he had, and clients were there standing. So one day, the following day when I was coming to his cyber, I passed through some shop to find out how much the mouse could cost. So when I get to the cyber, I had my own mouse. And the guy's like, where did you buy this mouse from? I'm like, from a shop down here. I increased the price by 100 shillings, I think. And he told me, go get me 10 of them.
Wow.
Because we don't have enough mouses here. And just like as you said,
Yeah, just
you
know where
find
things
the
are
right
coming.
place where you got something. I mean, what pays you is what you know. And I know people have learned a lot by just being out there. Speak
Somebody
about
here.
you know, yeah.
Let me read you one reply so that you can be happy.
Read all of them.
Gladys Ngesh, she's watching, and she says, greetings to Naushad.
Yes, that's my other name.
Ah,
Yes.
so you see, you can't hide. You can run, but you can't hide.
Yes.
Greetings to Naushad. He used to be our delivery guy.
Yes.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
a
I know
great
her.
testimony.
She sells some flowers down here.
Yeah, a great testimony that God is able to change us.
Nice.
Wow. Bicheru says, ItsBaNesta, my guy.
Thank you so much. So they are watching.
They are watching.
I'm
We'll
happy
keep
about
reading this.
Yeah.
So you know, interest and your up and your and your in. You know, there are people. There's something we call inspiration.
Yeah.
Yeah. Unajua kuna watu kaa chini hivi na kwa inspired na hewa. Kuna wengine wanakaa chini hivi wanakuwa inspired na tunes. What's your inspiration?
Inspiration in life is success, I think. I'm pushed.
Inspired by success.
Yes. And then you realize success is not a stage in life. You'll always want to be a
You
better
know,
person.
there are people.
Yeah.
I once listened to somebody who was in an interview. I like listening to some people's interviews.
Yes.
I listened to several. And I didn't like what somebody said. I have to admit it. He said, me, I'm self-made.
Nah.
And I said,
Yeah.
this is not true.
You're taking somebody's
Everybody
Yeah.
must have learned something from someone.
someone.
Everybody must have been brought there by someone.
Yeah.
So you cannot be self-made. That is a lie.
I may not want to say it's pride, but that person needs to look deep inside. I owe several people credit. Those who allowed me to go to the garage, like the guy who gave me an opportunity to work at his bikes company, it gave me a good exposure. And the guys who will teach you, tell you this is a crank, this is this, you're able to grasp and get the information.
Yeah.
And those people who gave you an opportunity to get like on their bikes.
And just by the way, who inspires you? Do you have a person who you look at and say, this one inspires me?
Yes, I have a number of people, yes, that I look at. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Give us one, maybe we can go.
He's a very good friend of mine who tirelessly works. And in every business, I learn a lot from him in business, about business.
Wow.
He never gives up.
Wow.
He's very good in making deals. And that guy is...
Those are the guys we need in this government.
yes, he's a good guy, man. I don't know where he draws his inspiration from, but he's a guy, every moment I spend with him, even if we don't talk so much, it's worth it.
Wow.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
it's key that we have, the thing I learned, ItsBaNesta.
Yes, sir.
You see the way, even some children, there's some children who look at this guy and say, when I grow up, I want to be ItsBaNesta. You know, that thing scared me one time. You know, hearing the neighbor's child tell the mom, mimi nikigrow up, mimi nataka kuwa kama Mose bana.
Yeah.
Hey, nilistuka.
You know, sometimes it comes from people who are within your circle.
I was so shocked until I said, I need to live well.
Yes, yes. And some of the things that push us also, personally, I know there are so many people who follow me. They're like, yo, I love what you do. I'll want one day to follow the footsteps.
Listen to what Imran is saying.
Imran Hamza
is saying, ItsBaNesta, he's one person who inspires others, and that's wonderful. We sit down and talk, and he gives he gives us advice. Believe me, they are all worth it.
That's Imran Hamza.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I worked with him. He was my vice chair in our Thika Road Nyumba Kumi. Yeah, I worked there with him.
Now, you know what people say about you matters.
Yes, a lot.
And I think you're a good man.
A lot.
Now you're going to become my friend.
Sometimes I even doubt myself what people say, and I want to remain honest.
I'm going to be your friend now.
You're already my friend. Man. By the time I agree
I'm going to be your very good friend now. Not because of a bike, but
several other things. Yeah.
Several other things.
Thanks, Imran, for watching.
Yeah, thanks, Imran. Just keep it up. Tell me about. Now, you've been able to move from what, I want you to address the fear, understanding, the fear and the doubt of moving from work to your passion. There are those people who tell you, and especially if you have a parent who educated you, say, unaenda waki, pesa yangu.
I remember even when I was looking for a course to do, I went to this, it's called Cooperative House, down here. I wanted to do, I love traveling. So I wanted to do tours. Yeah. How do you call this course? Tours and Travels. Yes. Yeah, that course. And then when I told my mom and dad, this is what I want to do, they're like, what is that? What is even that? I want you to be a teacher, I want you to be this. I'm like, why? So the moment I got into what I'm doing right now, they're like, okay. One thing I want to say is, when I moved from being employed, on this date I'll be paid.
Yes, you have a security.
I'll be paid. That's security. You are assured of it. But when I moved, trust you me, I was not pushed by the love of money or payment. And I keep on telling some of my clients, it's not about money. Have I fulfilled my dreams of making you a happy person and getting back? So
let's speak lessons. I like practical lessons.
Yes.
If you're going to move from from career to passion, you must be driven by something beyond money.
Otherwise, you
must be driven by something. Look at that camera and tell somebody
you will be frustrated if your only main goal is going to be money. You'll be frustrated. One, get it as a passion. Do it. Love what you do and do what you love.
Yeah.
Payment doesn't have to be.
Now already we have 2 points. I like points in my head. The first one you said, you receive inspiration by the things interests.
Yes.
Interests. What are your interests? If you're going to move, begin to look into your interests. What do you like?
What do you like?
What do you like seeing? What do you like? What do you feel? This is it.
And there's a fulfillment you get if you do what you love. You finish doing it. You go home satisfied, even if you're not paid. Your heart is at peace.
I mean, that's amazing.
But if you do for money, somebody can pay you, Moses, you do something, but you don't like it.
You don't like it. Yeah.
You go home and start regretting, why did I even do that?
So interests are very key if you're going to move into passion.
Yes.
Number 2, you have said, you must be driven by something beyond money.
Yes.
I tell you.
And get a gap. Realize what is this that people are missing.
Yeah, because it's a reality. You are moving from a security.
Yeah.
You're moving from a security. You are moving into nothingness.
Yes. And then it's sometimes difficult to start, because sometimes to fund, like when I started, I didn't have anything to use. So every time a client comes is when I realize I need this tool for this thing.
I like the morning digest Wednesday. I like guys like you. There's a guy who sat here one time and told me he's one of the biggest pulpit makers in this country.
Yes.
Biggest, and I say biggest because I know him. That man, he told me he began making pulpits from nothing. He just looked at something, he liked it, he went somewhere, cut it went and told somebody nikatie and it came up a pulpit. And today he makes some of the
best.
Yes. I mean, including from government.
And that's why I want to point it before I lose this point. Do not wait until you have everything.
Yes.
For you to start.
So that's the third point. Don't wait for everything.
Don't wait for everything to be in place. And
can you imagine?
I want to start this business. What does this business require? A, B, C, D.
Banesta,
yeah.
I want you to hold that point because I want us to go for a break.
Yes.
We need to do a break. When we do the break, hold that point. You come back with it.
All right.
Banesta is in the house. Please keep your texts coming in. Gladys, thank you. Bicheru, thank you. And all the others, just keep writing. We'll be reading some of your response and all your words after the break. During the break, tag somebody along. See you after the break.
Nico Works Now Trust is a program that comes to you on Elevate TV every Friday at 7:30 p.m. In this program, we dwell into the journey of small and micro enterprises in the country.
Tulikuwa tunafulia watu manguo, wengine walikuwa wameandikwa house girls, lakini saa hii tumetoka hapo.
You can get the story from domestic workers to people handling 150,000 shillings per month. They're just 13 people. We look at the challenges that they're facing.
The city council will harass you for anything, whether you have documents or not. Roads, traffic, such things really affect us.
And we tap into the opportunities available in the sector.
Kio unit tulikuwa tunaambiwa tusikue employees, tujaribu tukue ma employers. So nikaamua naweza anzisha kakao kadogo mashinani.
So nikaona badala niuze gas pekee, nikaanza na vitabu kidogo, books za kuandika na stationery. Nikasoga hivyo, after some time nikaona I still can sell the textbooks.
Join me, Collins Otas, every Friday at 7:30 p.m. on Elevate TV, and let us journey together in this show.
Well, welcome back. We are back with ItsBaNesta. ItsBaNesta is in the house, and we are talking about, from, just career to passion.
Yeah.
And we were on point 2. Remember, we are on point 3 actually. You're saying you must be driven by something beyond money.
Yeah.
Yeah, keep it.
The last one I was talking about, do not wait until you have got everything.
Do not wait until you have everything
to start.
Yeah. Yes.
Because that is the moment when a bike comes, I was running to get something to fix.
So you discover you need a spanner.
Yeah, you discover, up to date, you still buy.
Yeah, now hapa ninahitaji
in number 13, in box,
number 12,
ring haiwezi fanya hapa.
Alafu unaisahau kwa bike ya mtu anaenda na.
Yes, ama it gets lost. And then I used a shared space. Yeah.
Well, I want to thank a few people here. Bacheru, ItsBaNesta, my guy. Wewe unafaa kwa MCA bana.
Hey guys from Kericho.
The Kendrick, your nyumba 10 chairman.
Yes, I was, but I'm now out. I did 1 year.
Chairman. Yeah. Kevin is saying watu hutoka mbali.
So far away. Yeah.
Wewe Lawrence Mbagara anasema God above all. Tell us more about this.
Oh yeah. He's our chair. He's our current Private Bike Association of Kenya chair, Lawrence, Mr. Larry. Thanks for watching.
And I've always wanted to meet Lawrence. Lawrence, you're next. Lawrence, you're next.
You want to see Lawrence?
Lawrence,
you're
next.
I'll take you to where he is right now.
I know. I will get in touch.
He's a good guy. He's a good inspiration, and he's among the people who have pushed me. And as I was working in this passion, I realized, and this is where now the fruits of passion started coming in. I got into leadership of the private biking. And I was driven by the gap that was there at that moment. So those are the people who inspire me, and they've been pushing me.
Yeah, the people we call Kiongos.
Yes, the people will tell you, I think you have these skills of leading. We'll give you an opportunity. Get to
Talk about, you are talking about you don't have to wait until you have everything.
Yeah.
That means you must have you must be a person of really great self-confidence.
Yeah. And then set your goals. That's what I wanted to say.
Yes.
Set your goals. What do you want? What do you want? I remember when I was sharing with some of my friends that I really want to have this. They saw like I'm a bit crazy because it sounded a bit of how are you going to do it? How are you going to do it? Look at where you are now. But that didn't discourage me. So have your goals and vision, what exactly you want when you get into it.
Yeah.
You know, once you start achieving it, one by one, you'll find yourself getting to where you wanted to be. And last but not least, when you get into doing what you have decided to do, kindly remain honest.
Remain honest.
Yes. To yourself.
Mechanic.
If you can't be honest to
If
people,
he's not honest, he has no business.
yes,
I tell you.
kindly remain honest as much as you
I
can.
tell you, hiyo
Yeah.
hata mimi nasimama nayo.
Yeah. You lose a lot of people if you're not honest.
You know,
Yeah.
that talks about character.
Yes.
Your character.
Yes.
Because you may be skilled,
Yes.
and there are very many skilled people.
Very many.
Very, very skilled people.
Yeah.
You may have the gift and the talent.
Yes.
But if you lose in the place of character,
Yes. It's true.
and maybe you need to pull it a little bit on that character issue, because you see, if we start, everybody I know, maybe me, maybe you don't know me,
Yeah.
the people I know,
Yes.
they have a story about a fundi,
Yes. They'll
and
tell
it's
you
not
a
a
story.
good one. It's not a good one.
So many times, I know.
You know, when they start telling you about the fundi, they sigh, they sigh heavily.
Where do I even start? Yeah, I think you will also agree with me. Our field is so saturated. You know that. And for you to gain trust of many people, you need to do an extra thing. But I know deep down, remaining honest is part of it. And it will keep you in the business for long. Because if like I don't want to say what I hear about people say, but many people who come to me, I work with one guy called Chris. Such a good inspiration. And by the way, that should be another point. Find the right people to work with.
Find the right people
Yes.
to work with.
Yes.
I think you cannot overemphasize that one,
Find the right people.
because you know people. I mean, they say you are the people you have.
Yes.
You know.
Yeah. He's an amazing guy. I wish he got time to come, but he had to stand
No
in for me.
problem. No
at
problem.
the
These are
garage.
good guys. These are the people we need in society.
Yeah, I say it without a doubt. I can't blink when I'm saying about him. He has taught me a lot, especially in remaining honest. But I always tell him, by the time a bike gets to our garage, trust you me, somebody has said it, ikishindikana kwote, find ItsBaNesta.
Did you know, by the way, your trade thrives on word of mouth?
I've never advertised myself.
I'm saying your
Yes.
trade
Yes.
thrives. I have
A word of mouth.
even my mechanic.
Yes.
Word of mouth.
Just that. Nowhere. Like, you've done this or that, people will know you for what you do. You can't convince people. If you're a bad person, you can't convince them that you're a good person.
So basically, your integrity and your character
it
is
can't be
what
compromised.
sells you out.
Yes.
And that's your capital.
Yes. The people, and then when you remain, as I said, when you remain honest in what you do, just do it. Like, when I have somebody's bike, I'll do it as if it's mine. I'll do it like my bike. And then we give, we have those clients who do not have time to come to the garage. Go pick their bikes, fix them, return them in a better state than you
Well,
picked it.
I tell you.
And then that client comes back or gives you a referral. 90% of the clients I have now are from referral. 10% are people that I know in person.
Wow. No advertisement.
No advertisement.
You are a great
Just
guy.
90%. That I can tell you for free. You can do your research.
ItsBaNesta.
It's just a referral.
When you're moving to passion, there is a big risk.
A lot.
So you must be a risk taker. Did you count the risk? Was Nesta there, or you are about to come?
You take the biggest risks in life, and I think the bigger the risk, the higher the yields you'll get.
Wow.
The returns are bigger.
The bigger the risk?
Yes.
What?
You get the best returns. If you want to do it, if you want to do it big, in a big way.
In a big way.
Do it in a big way and be different. You know, do it your way, but in a big way.
Wow.
You'll get the best. And you see what Mr. Larry said? God above all.
Yes.
That's what I always say.
God above all.
God above all.
Nyinyi wale
This another thing you're doing.
nyinyi wale watu vazile kofia za ni God manzi.
Yangu si God manze. Yangu ni God above all.
God above all.
Yes. Everything you do, let
The
it be
risk.
anchored in
I tell you
God.
what, let me tell
Yes.
you. God has to be with you.
Yes.
To take such risks.
Yes.
You know, some people don't understand the place of God. And let me tell you, everybody must have a story about God.
Yes.
And I really appreciate you for that.
Yes.
And there's something you said that I want to take you back to.
Yes, please.
Seeking support and, you know, guidance. You seem to be quoting a lot of people. That tells me you're a person who is submitted to some people, or you are somebody who is willing to hear, to learn, to listen.
I will say I'm a people person and I love people.
Wow.
If you work in a group of people, you'll definitely learn or earn something.
Yeah.
There's so little you can do as a person, but there's so much you can do if you have people. But let it be the right people.
The right people.
Yes.
I like you.
The right people. You can have so many people, but taking you to the wrong direction.
Yeah, because you see,
Yes.
you can have the wrong people, and they're also people.
Yes.
But the direction will be a different one.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
But then you can have the right people.
Yes.
And go into the right places.
Yeah.
I think we cannot.
But also,
emphasize
you
that.
have to be the right person for you
have
to
to
meet
be
the
right-
right people.
Yeah, to be able to be part
You
of
attract
that.
what
Yeah.
you are.
Yeah, and again,
Yeah.
also, you cannot be a bad person among good people. Yeah, finally, they will just tell you.
They
off.
drop you at some
They will
point.
drop you because
Yes.
you are also bringing in something into these good people.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, when we are together, there's something I'm picking from you, there's
Yes.
something you're picking from me.
Yeah.
And we are not taking advantage of each other.
Yes.
We are building each other.
Get inspiration from people and be an inspiration to somebody in your
Wow.
circle.
Already, somebody has said you're an inspiration. Man, these guys
Yeah.
are telling you, yeah?
Yeah.
The road baron is talking.
I know.
This
That's
guy,
Festus.
Bana, is writing, he's written a whole paragraph.
That is Festus.
This
I've
guy
done a ride
likes
with
you,
him. A very
right?
good ride.
Says, I met the exceptional Banesta on a CSR ride to Western.
Yes.
On return, after 7 punctures, he repaired the tire of the bike, got himself all oily, and thereafter rode by me for over 80 kilometers on a rainy night. You're a good man.
Yes. We were doing a CSR for gender-based violence. And along the way, he had a puncture.
Wow.
So, yeah.
Not
what,
one.
What else can you do?
7 punctures.
Yes. All the time, yeah. You have to do it.
Where?
You have to do it. And I like that experience because the ride becomes adventurous for us.
Do you know?
We were stuck middle
Do you
of
remember
nowhere.
your first bike?
Yes.
Now, the guy who sold it, Bernard Clark,
Oh, yeah.
he's saying, first time I met this guy was when he bought his first sports bike from me.
Yes.
Exceptional in personality, go ItsBaNesta.
Thank you so much. And that is the first bike that I named 33. Immediately after. In fact, let it be known that that bike I didn't buy with my own money. A friend bought me that bike.
Wow.
Yes, when I immediately left rehab, it's a friend who bought me that bike.
So Bernard, the guy is still bringing back his money.
And you know what? He's not my client.
He's now your client.
Yes.
So he's I tell you how
Yes.
life goes.
Yes. He's my client. When I was
think
looking for it.
When I look at the people talking about you,
Yes.
I'm so impressed by you.
I'm happy they're watching.
Talk to me about the balance. You know? You know we are talking inajua kizungu mingi, but then rent inatakikana. The practicality, balancing that passion with being practical.
Yeah.
You know, were you looking at that practicality aspect that, yeah, I'm moving, but...
You know, at that moment, I was driven to help.
Actually, you are not seeing these other
Yes.
things. You are just helping
Yes.
guys.
You remember what Gladys said? Initially, I was doing deliveries, and that is what was paying me in my day-to-day. But then when I was repairing the bikes, was for like, I'm just doing what I love. I'm just doing what I love. But when I moved and transitioned, was, let's be honest, people will pay if you have good services, and they'll pay you well.
There's a guy here blessing you.
Amen.
There's a guy here. He's called DJ Bullet.
my very, very, very good friend.
DJ
He's a
anasema
personal
bwana,
brother to me.
congrats Banesta. You have always been an inspiration to many. May you shine all the days of your life.
Let him help me shine. It's among the people when I was when I had started. You know those people who religiously support you. Those are the kind of people that I had.
You know there are still good people on this earth.
Many of them.
You know we have encountered so many bad people that even
Yes.
you know hata
Someone
tukikaa
tells you
hapa
they're a
hivi
good
bana,
person.
hata hivi tukiwa tu wawili ingekuwa unaona jamaa anacheki kama wallet yake bado iko. Cheki kama wallet iko.
Yes, yes.
Kuna jamaa siku moja he misplaced the phone bana kwa mat. Misplaced. Na kuna machali wake tu hapo wamekaa tu na machali wake akasema maze hii gari hakuna mtu anashuka bana simu mnipe simu yangu. Na iko bado kwa hii pocket ingine, you know. We are so suspicious.
Yes.
But then there are good people out here. And I think you are one of them. By your standards. From what I can see, by your standards.
It's good is relative. There are very good people out here. And there are people who will trust in you more than you trust in yourself. You see, those who will support you, what you do. And that's what I said, remain honest when you're doing those things.
Wow. Because of time, there's something I want us to look at. We have looked at, just being practical. What about, now that you came out, how did you just came out, did you come into the field with only the skills you had, or have you had time to build your skills and increase them?
Yes. Learning is every day.
Wow.
Learning is every day. And you realize what I used to know from 2005 about bikes has evolved. So you have to move with time. We have different bikes coming into the market as we speak.
And it's good to note that bikes anasema nduthi kando.
They have evolved. Technology is evolving so
Yes.
fast.
I mean,
So
I was looking, I read a lot about bikes.
I told you are a low-key biker.
I tell you, the things I see.
Yeah.
I'll tell you.
Yeah. So you need to keep yourself updated all the time, every day. And the good thing about me is I love challenges.
So skill development and learning
daily
is a daily thing.
Yeah.
You're learning about new technology, new type of bikes and all that. Wow. Yesterday I was driving behind someone.
Yeah.
And the guy just passed me with a vintage bike. Man. I was just hey, these bikers, this guy just smoothly comes in front of you.
What is it?
But why?
Don't believe.
I tell you, it's those vintage, the city imeshikana na nini. Nice.
They
silver.
look nice, eh?
Silver.
Yeah.
I like it. Yeah. Talk to us about. I'm trying to rush you. I'm sorry.
No worries.
I'm trying to rush you because our time is going fast.
Yeah.
About with all these people, tells me you are a networker.
Yeah.
Networking. You're always, you're networking. You're building relationships around you. Just in a very short while, in a very few words, the importance of creating relationships and networks.
As they say, your net worth is your network. Yes.
Your network is your net worth.
Yes. So I'll want to increase my net worth. Yes. I'll always keep friends and the people I meet. I know there's something you learn from every person.
From what I'm seeing here, there are people who are talking about you many back years.
Yes. Yes.
And that tells me something. You have kept friends for long.
For so long.
There are people who
so
you are only a friend when they need something.
Yeah, those are not friends.
Those are not friends.
Those are associates. Yeah, those people.
Those are not even associates.
Those are people who know you.
Those are just people who are interested in something you have and they take off.
Your purpose in their life ends or begins at what you offer. But also, for you to keep people or that network, you need to be consistent. Remain consistent in what you do.
Consistency.
Because people will go away if you're not
consistent.
Yes, if you're not doing the same thing you used to do for them. And then if interest should not change. What brought you here? Remember what brought you into your passion. It's the same thing.
Consistency.
Yes.
You must be consistent in your passion.
Yeah.
I think you are consistent. I heard about you before I met you.
Oh, really?
I have to find out about my people.
Before you bring them here. It's good.
And I really like your story. It's an inspirational story. These are stories that should go out.
I soundly sleep because I know I've not offended anyone. Yes. It gives you a peace of mind. Moses, why will I be a bad person to somebody? Why will I harm you? Just remain the right person. Have a good night's sleep without being worried. You see, when you were talking about the field where I'm working as a saturated field, there are so many people who are afraid of getting out because of what they have done. But I'll be happy to be out.
Wow.
Because I know I've not offended anyone.
ItsBaNesta, you know, you're talking all nice, you know, all nice. Do you ever fail? Have you ever failed? I mean, you know, the way you put it is like, you know, you want me to leave my part and come, become a biker, I'll be a bike guy.
Just come.
Is there where you come to failures, where you come to frustrations, where you come to a place where you said, I wish, have you ever come to that place of, I wish I never
Started this? No, I've not come to that
place?
Yes.
Hey, you're the
I've
guys,
not regretted.
You're the guys, the old politicians used to say, you're moving your
It's God. That's happened to achieve God. The faith and the belief.
Talk to somebody about failure, because it is always, sometimes it comes.
Yes.
You have this project, it
Yes.
has not worked the way you want,
Yes,
it has
yes.
failed, and you've moved from security. One time I sat somebody there, and he told me he did the same. In fact, his was he lost a job.
Yeah.
And he can't go home and tell his wife, imagine nimefutwa. You know, he couldn't stand that.
Yeah.
You know, unaweza
find something.
kupigwa na pan utoke nje. So imagine nimefutwa. So he decided I must do something.
Yeah.
And so he set on I'd looked for him. I wish he was able to come today. You know, this is a beautiful story. But look at that, where you are out to do something and it fails.
Yeah.
What are the lessons? What do you do about it? What have you done about it?
Don't beat yourself up. Learn. There's a reason as to why God has allowed you to fail. Failure is not the end of what you are doing. I know there are some projects I've decided and they've terribly failed. But it's an experience you get from that fail. Yeah, and remain positive in everything that you do. It frustrates you. It can give you some stress. But you need to pray about it. Be strong and have a strong support system. Yeah, people will tell you it will be all right at the end of the day. But it's frustrating. But I have never regretted getting into my passion. I have never. In fact, it's even getting better.
Wow.
And that's why I say I leave it to God.
ItsBaNesta, kuna time ulikuwa unaitangwa Shadi?
Yes. If someone knows me by that name, that must be my childhood friend. Yes.
Shadi.
Yes.
Naona huko Elijah, ItsBaNesta.
Shadi is the short form now Shad.
Shad, eh?
Yeah.
No,
So
Shad.
my
Shadi, imagine kuna ma classmate wa primary wanakutafuta.
No way, who's that?
Kuna jamaa hapa bana anasema anaitwa Kitele Julie anakutafuta.
Oh yeah.
Anasema my classmate, inspiring.
He's from college when we were in Muiruri Teachers Training College.
Hey.
Yes.
And
Wow.
Mode.
He still remembers and following, eh? Nice. Julius Kideka.
You are a good man. I keep repeating that.
Wow, that's many years ago, but it's fine.
So you
Thank
can't
so much,
hide in this
Julius.
country. You can't hide.
No.
Even if you went for a facial change, we'll still find you.
I'm not planning to hide. I'm not planning to hide. We remain honest, man.
Yeah.
Heaven is the goal.
Talk to me about your fulfillment and how you impact, we're going into passion, and how because of that, the people that have been inspired. When you meet somebody, you are going to read this on the YouTube, on the YouTube page, and you see these people saying you have inspired them. How do you go to sleep with that? I have inspired someone. Do you sleep? Unajua unaweza lala kama umeekelea mguu vile umeekelea.
That's where I draw my happiness from. People's fulfillment.
Wow.
And as I told you, moving into it, I was to make people happy. I told you I was doing it for free. Somebody has been frustrated by many mechanics. And I'm like, this thing can be fixed this way, and it's simple. So somebody gets happy and back to the roads. So my happiness is drawn from people's fulfillment. And
So the
happiness.
impact you've had on people,
Yeah.
and that's your fulfillment.
Yes. People are happy.
There are
I'm
very few
happy.
people who get fulfillment like that. Most people want to be fulfilled with what is in their account.
Yeah, but I told you, if you're moving to your passion, let money not drive you. Let it not be the main thing where you're going there. You'll be paid at the end of the day. How many people have so much money and they're not happy? Right? So let it not be a driving force for you. I want to make money. And I think that is what will rush you to make mistakes in what you do. Do what you love and love what you do.
Wow. So we are talking about being a person that you're inspiring people. Bikes are evolving, you know.
Yeah.
I saw some bikes, my goodness.
Yeah.
I don't think I would enjoy those ones. Me, I like the
They have their own thrill.
Yes.
You'll get it. Yeah.
future trends. We'll talk about the future trends,
Yeah.
what is happening. Where do you think biking is going? Just from where you sit,
Oh,
not from an inventor.
It's moving so fast. It's moving so fast. You need to move so fast too. Technology is advancing. Most bikes that are now getting into the market, they're way high in technology. You know.
When you talk about technology and bikes, what are you talking about?
You're talking about advanced electronics. You're talking about how the bikes are advanced. You know, we have bikes right now that you can ride without. Yeah, I mean, they can ride themselves.
Really?
Just sitting there. Yeah.
My auto.
Yeah.
Ziko.
Yes. And then now we have.
Usiseme hivyo loudly.
There are those ones that will give you. We have bikes that are coming in with high speeds.
Wow.
The bikes for the roads.
Wow.
Yeah. Everybody want to. You know, we have a competition in the manufacturers. They'll want to do something better than the other.
Yes.
So with that competition, good and
there's something I always ask anybody who sits there because our time is gone.
yeah.
Mentorship. Do you mentor people? Do you have people that you can say, I am working with these ones to make them better than myself or to give them the skill I have?
I think it's even from the comments. Many people that I work with, I think they learn. they draw something from what I do or what we do with them together.
Okay.
It's
You know why I'm asking you?
Yeah.
I know I'll get calls and they'll say, hey, connect me with that guy. What
Yeah.
can I do?
Yeah.
Can you mentor me in this area? You know, I don't give people's numbers until you accept.
Yeah, if you ask, and what exactly they want to be mentored.
Yeah, so that also, you know, we of course with a station like this we get a lot of some of us.
Yeah, it's
Mwambie sijakula. All right,
we do charity.
we are literally out of time. I
Yeah,
want you to talk about ItsBaNesta 33 in a short, you know, just shortly, you know, look at that camera. Talk about ItsBaNesta 33, the garage.
Yeah, the garage is along Outer Ring Road, Kariobangi South, and we do from restoration, paintworks, mechanical issues. We buy and sell bikes. We help in a client who is sourcing for a bike to buy. We advise. We have now started training. Those ones who want to get classes on how to ride a bike, you're welcome to. We offer the trainings, and yeah, ours is to make you or make every biker happy and the society to be happier than it was.
How can I find you?
Everywhere, ItsBaNesta. YouTube, it's ItsBaNesta 33, Facebook, ItsBaNesta, Instagram, ItsBaNesta, everywhere, it's ItsBaNesta.
ItsBaNesta.
Yes.
You know, your name is just so unique, so nobody can miss it.
Yes, just find ItsBaNesta.
ItsBaNesta, please, I want you to do a caption, you know, a closing remark. You know, look at somebody out there who is just thinking about, they are thinking about moving from their job. They have this passion, they are feeling a bit insecure, they are fearful. You've dealt with all that.
Yeah.
The fear, you went through it, all that.
Yeah.
I want you to look at that and encourage that person, tell them that you went through it and it is possible.
Yeah, first I will say, when you have love and skills for what you do, just move on and do it. Do not wait until you are ready. Just start doing it. It's one thing to think about it, but it starts immediately you move into action. Just move out. Do it. Nobody has ever died because of failure.
Do it.
Do it.
Well, ItsBaNesta has said it. Do it. Jump. They say the higher the risk, the better the returns.
The better the returns.
And follow your passion. You have only one life. Follow your passions. If that's what you want to do, please do it. Look for the right connections. He said you need to find people and the right people who can work with you and ensure that you are not just following after money, you are pursuing fulfillment out of passion. Well, I cannot add any more. BaNesta has said it all. Remember, this has been your Morning Digest Wednesday edition. My name is Moses Muiruri, and that was with BaNesta. BaNesta, what do you tell the people?
Have a lovely week ahead. Enjoy your week.
And keep it elevate.
And God above all.
All right. See you, guys.
Thank you so much.
God bless you for the
God bless you.
All right.
Thank
That's
you
all
for
we
having
could
me.
have. See you next week.